Hello YouTube, how's it going? I'm back again. You see, I'm definitely trying to put out more videos more frequently. Try to get back into the groove of things here, and then I just love my YouTube community that's watching. Um, I know it's kind of late for me to sort of talk about some of these topics, but uh, I'm just it's candy's so good. So basically, what I'm talking about here is the comments made by Kanye West on TMZ. Um, I've been talking to people on going back and forth with some people in the YouTube comments about it, my thoughts on it. Um, so I kind of want to talk about it full detail. So um, this is old news, as you probably all already know by now, who's been keeping in loop with what's going on. Kanye West hopped on TMZ. I guess he just randomly walked into the TMZ building and he made some, he made some comments. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you, I don't care for Kanye West. I did listen to his music when he actually first started making his debut album back in 2003. Um, I was a Kanye West fan. I did buy his first couple albums. Um, even with the even with the whole Taylor Swift thing, I was telling people like, "Hey, y'all need to stop losing on stuff. It's whatever. It don't matter. He still makes good music. I'm still gonna buy his stuff." I think after his first two albums, I just didn't care for him anymore. Um, and he's kind of been doing this thing where he'll go into a tirade and he'll just say random stuff, and people are okay with it. Um, I think recently, I think before this incident, he jumped on stage and told black people they have to stop worrying about racism. Um, which it's hard to stop worrying about racism when it's right there and uh, it's enticing you. I mean, so the recent comment he made earlier. I want to say I think it was earlier this yeah, it was earlier this month. He made a comment where he said he came out and said slavery. He said if you look at it, to me, slavery is a choice. And he said slavery was a choice. 400 years of slavery. It sounds like a choice to me. And then he proceeds to say, uh, I mean, back then in slavery times, wasn't like hundreds of thousands of y'all and only like 20 of them. And then that's where it just got stupid to me. His what he said, it just got really stupid to me. And then on top of that, he got up in the TMZ office and he kind of went on his old fashioned, Kanye West rant. Kanye West is just known for ranting. Uh, and sometimes I see where he was going at moments, but overall he doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So like what he'll do is like he let's say he'll just start going off into tangents. So how I feel about this whole entire situation of what he said and everything. First of all, I don't care for TMZ much. And that's the only time I ever really cared to watch them. But I just feel like you're going to say that, okay. So I'm gonna tell you what I think he was trying to get at, which is mental slavery. I get it. I get it. You don't, we are mentally enslaved. That is very true. Um, I just don't think, I don't think it's appropriate for a troll like Kanye West to point that out. I just don't think it is, because think about it, this is a guy who sneers at educating people. This is the same guy who confidently comes out and says, "I don't read books," you know. So basically, all the knowledge that that he thinks he's dropping on the sense that he's trying to make, I think he doesn't have a basis to stand on when he's saying this stuff. So he's going to say something that's incorrect, or he's not going to say anything that, again, has a basis behind it. That's why I get upset with his fans when they defend what he's saying, because I listen to him. I'm like, okay, what is there to defend? This man just said slavery is a choice, and and then he tried to make an example out of slavery back, you know, like hundreds of years ago, and it's like, well, it's not like the slaves back then signed up to be slaves. It's not like they said, "Oh, pick me," you know, put me on the boat and send me, kidnap me from my country, and force me to work very harsh labor with you, and and such. I mean, that was the basis back then that America was built on. You know, if Kanye West actually read a book, he would know this stuff. But again, this guy brags that he doesn't read books, so he's going to go out and try to wing everything that he thinks he knows, but he doesn't know it. So he's going to give the incorrect information on said history lessons. The thing is the slaves back then, they didn't have a choice. That wasn't choice slavery. This was a law of the land. That's why we've had, and he said that it wasn't like, he tried to say like, didn't y'all do something about it? Yeah, there were several revolts. There were several slaves who led revolts, whose names are in whose names are erected in history. Denmark Vesey, Harriet Tubman, uh, just Nat Turner, all these different slaves in history. They have at least tried something, and they have been killed for it. They've been killed. Their women have been raped. Um, they were hung. They were whipped. Like, and the law wasn't there to the law wasn't in black people's favor back in that time, and that's what Kanye West has to understand. So for you to come out and make these lewd comments about slavery being a choice and stuff like that, like I don't, I again, I get what he's saying about mental slavery, but his wording was so terrible. Like, I really listened to it, and then again, Kanye West just goes off into this rant, and that's why I liked. Shout out to that dude that was in the TMZ building and I set him straight. I mean, like that, just put him off to the side and say, "Oh, you know, I'm appalled." But Kanye West is not going to listen because he's egotistical, he's narcissistic, and he doesn't. At the end of the day, he's just not going to really care um, about about real hard facts. I mean, these are real hard facts, and he's taking it. He's going like, nah, you know what? If I make it my own thing, people are going to sit back and think about it. Now I'm not making this video to tell you to go against Kanye West. If you're still a fan after what he says, that is completely fine. I get it. Um, I'm just not a fan of him anymore because he's this has just been a frequent thing of his. He's not about creating music anymore. He's more about creating controversy. Much like the whole voting for Donald Trump thing. And you know, I don't care if he is a Trump fan. But if you're a Trump fan, hey, that's fine. Whatever. I'm not against your political stances. It is what it is at the end of the day. My problem is when you you don't have a basis as to why you like this guy. Like, Kanye West doesn't even, like, if you listen to his discussions and everything, his interviews, he has no reason or basis why he actually does like Trump. He's just doing it. It's like he's just doing it because it's the unpopular thing to do. And then he says he's a free thinker, and it's like, no, you're not a free thinker because you're doing your stuff based on what other people think. Still, you're doing it to get a rouse at everybody. So therefore, you're not a free thinker. A free thinker sits down, analyzes the situation, does their research, does their homework, and goes like, okay, I'm going to do this thing based on my thoughts about this thing. That's more of a free thinker. But Kanye West is not doing that. The only reason why he's doing it is because, oh, because everybody else is going to hate me if I do this thing. So I'm gonna go against the grain. Nah, yeah, I'm gonna go against the grain. What you gonna do about it? And I don't think that's cool. Like, like you sitting up here, just making assumptions, and or you're voting for a president that you have no basis with at all. And then he's like, "Yeah, Trump is my boy. Trump is my dude." Trump. It's like, dude, at the end of the day, Trump does not care about you. Trump doesn't care about you. Yeah, you can act like you're his boy and everything, and he's your boy, but that's not how it is. Trump does not care about you. It just killed me when he like Kanye West, like he takes the Great America make America Great Again hat. He signs it. He puts it on Twitter so he can just make more people upset. And to put the icing on the cake, or I should say to sharpen the wound even more, he puts in the captions, "This Make America Again hat is fire," and he puts like 20 fire emojis after it. And I just started laughing, and I started laughing to cover my eyes. I'm like, man, this guy is something else, because like it's ridiculous. And it's funny because like I argue with the Kanye West fans about this all the time. I'm like, you guys are just fans, and you're blinded by what he's actually doing. Again, I have no problems with this guy liking Trump. If he likes Trump, that's fine. But you like him on a you have a really flimsy explanation as to why you like this guy. Because he's like, Trump reminds me so much of myself because he's a controversial figure too. And it's like, okay, that doesn't give me a political reason as to why you like this guy. Do you like this guy's policies? Um, do you like what he set in place? Do you like what he stands for as a president of the United States? And Kanye West doesn't explain that at all. He just likes this dude because a lot of people hate him, and he knows he's going to piss off a lot of people if Kanye West likes Trump. He knows he's going to get a rouse out of people. He's going to get people on talking about Kanye West all over again, because that's what Kanye West enjoys. He enjoys Kanye West enjoys controversy. He enjoys being controversial. So, and if this pushes the envelope, Kanye West is going to go for it. So, and again, I know I'm late with this video, um, so I went ahead and put it up. Again, this was my thought pretty much on the on Kanye West's uh, whole thing. So, uh, look forward to his album coming out in a couple weeks. I think it comes out in June. Yeah, I think it comes out in June. So yeah, uh, definitely look forward to his album, and I will see y'all later.